for my pick for this fight, I will go with. What's good, YouTube? Back with another video. It's time for UFC 322 main card final predictions. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. We're not gonna waste no time. Let's go ahead and jump right into the video. First fight on the main card, Beneil Dariush versus Benoit Saint-Denis. Beneil is coming off a decision win against Money Moicano. Before that, he was knocked out 2 times, while Benoit Saint-Denis coming off his second round submission win against one of the fighting nerds, Mauricio Ruffi. Now, Beneil Dariush, yes, he does have the experience. He is looking like the favorite. But Beneil has had some tough runs. He was on that 2-fight losing streak. The stoppage with Arman Tsarukyan, round 1, and then the Charles Oliveira, round 1 knockout TKO. For this fight, I feel like Benoit Saint-Denis is a dog right now. Saint-Denis is a dog. Got confidence high coming off 2 submission victories. For my pick, I have to go with Benoit Saint-Denis. I'm going to say Saint-Denis, second round TKO. And for the second fight on the UFC 322 main card, we have Leon Edwards, Carlos Prates, smoking cigarettes, drinking after the fight. Carlos did have that decision loss to Ian Gary. He was able to bounce back with a beautiful elbow to knock Jeff Neal out in round 1. I'm with Carlos when he says Leon Edwards has a tendency to quit in the fights when things get hard. Listen, I understand he was a champion, but I'm calling fraud, man. That kick on Usman to win the belt, man, that was just right place, right time, man, for him. The whole time, his corner was frantic. You gotta get up, man. You gotta get up. You gotta come alive, man. That was just pure. I threw it and it happened to connect. Leon just lost to Sean Brady, round 4 submission. This is gonna be a great kickboxing match, though. If Carlos Prates is throwing too much, going crazy, and not respecting the sniper that Leon Edwards is, not saying that he can finish the fight, but if he can snipe him, he can put Carlos Prates out. That is what he can do. But just having that heart and that dog to go get him, I don't see Leon Edwards pushing the fight. I don't. I see Carlos coming directly at him, putting it on his ass, and let's see what you're gonna do. But for my pick for the UFC 322 second fight, I have to go with Carlos Prates. And for the third fight, we have Michael Morales versus Sean Brady. Sean Brady is on a little bit of a win streak, submitting Leon Edwards, decision win over Gilbert Burns, and that 3rd round submission with Kevin Gastelum. Now, we all know Michael Morales is 18-0. Yes, Sean Brady's a great wrestler. I don't think he's that good off the hands. Now, as long as Michael Morales can keep the stand-up game going, I do believe for my pick for this fight, I will go with Michael Morales. And for the co-main event, we have Valentina Shevchenko and Zhang Weili fighting for the women's flyweight championship. Valentina Shevchenko coming off a decision win against Minoan, and also that decision win against Alexa Grasso. And Zhang Weili coming off a dominant performance, shutting down Tatiana Suarez. Zhang Weili's kryptonite was Rose Namajunas. Other than that, she has not taken an L. She is coming up in weight to fight Valentina at 125 pounds. Zhang Weili was the 115-pound champion. Now, I don't see this fight going to a stoppage. I believe they're both honestly just equally matched in a lot of the areas as far as where they could get a finish at. But I do see a great technical fight between 2 champions. So if I had to choose, I'm going to go with and new women's flyweight champion, Zhang Weili. And for the main event of the evening, fighting for the welterweight championship, we have JDM Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev. They are fighting at 170 pounds, which means Islam came up from 155. He was the lightweight champion. He came up to also become a 2-division champion. Now, JDM has not lost since his very first 2 fights. Not even in the UFC, his very first 2 pro fights. Jack is undefeated in the UFC, coming off that win against Belal Muhammad. So this will be his first title defense. Before, he did get that 3rd round knockout against Gilbert Burns and a decision win against Kevin Holland at UFC Noche. Now, Jack is a great boxer. I'll be honest, he is. But he is going up against Islam. Islam's coming up again from 155 after defending that belt against Renato Moicano, where he subbed him out first round. Yes, we can say Money Moicano took this fight on short notice due to the Arman situation. Money Moicano was ready. He was ready for that opportunity. They talked about fighting Dustin, how he was on the way out. Dustin wanted that opportunity. He was ready for that opportunity. And it was a hard-fought battle. He didn't just go out there and dominate Dustin. He didn't get that submission until round 5. Before that, he defeated Volkanovski twice. And we know Volk is going into the Hall of Fame. I don't see this weight, him going up in weight, being an issue. Because they say Islam already walk around almost 190 pounds. So he had to cut weight to make 170. Him cutting weight to make 155 was saying that he was only at 60%. Yes, we will have to see how he comes out, how this fight actually goes. If JDM, because JDM did shut down Belal Muhammad, that is due to JDM's movement and boxing. I do think Islam poses a bigger threat, more aggressive, experienced, and now he wants this second title. I believe if Islam can get this fight to the ground, Islam can win this fight. I don't think this fight gets stopped. I don't think no one gets finished, actually. I think this fight is going to go to a decision. So for my pick for the main event for the welterweight championship, I'm going to go with Islam Makhachev as the new welterweight champion. And those are my picks for UFC 322. Comment your picks, and also if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, like this video, and we will see you for our next UFC predictions.